So, you just started your business, you're out there trying to get clients, and you're trying to find some easy, super fun ways to market your business that don't cost a whole lot of money and might even be enjoyable to do. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the easiest, silliest, funnest is totally a word, ways that you can market your local based business and it won't cost you a dime. Hey there, my friends. This is Kelly Schaefer, the creator of the Concierge Academy, where I help local based businesses learn how to market their businesses more successfully so that they get more clients, make more money, and have a greater impact in their local community. And so today I want to share with you some really super fun, super silly, low, actually no cost marketing strategies that you can use in your business starting today. So, when I started my business, I spent so much time researching online and reading books. And I used to spend hours at the library, legit, spend hours at the library, taking out business books, reading about branding and marketing and pricing and how to use Excel and social media and guerrilla marketing, right? And I loved everything that I was reading. But I also felt a bit confused and overwhelmed being someone that was just getting started. So here's how this naturally came about for me. So when I started my business, I was doing a lot of networking. And because I lived between 30, 45 minutes away from where most of the networking events were that I was going to, oftentimes I would leave my house in the morning. I would drop my kids off at school or the bus, and I would leave and go hit my first meeting in the morning. I would go to that networking event, and then I might not have another meeting or a networking event for, 4 or 5 hours later. And instead of driving home and going back, what I would often do is I would pack up my bag and my laptop and all my notes and my marketing books, and I would go from a networking event and then go sit at a local coffee shop. And oftentimes I used to sit at our local Panera Bread that had just opened back then. And so I would sit there and I often saw a lot of business type people coming in and out of the local coffee shop and the Panera Bread. And I thought, well, wait a minute. If these are businessy people too, maybe, who knows, they might perhaps need my services someday or might know someone who does. So how do you strike up a conversation in the middle of a coffee shop, you wonder, without being like that weird person that taps on somebody's shoulder? Here's exactly what I did, and it immediately worked for me. So what I did is at home, I just basically made a Word document. I put my logo across the Word document, and it was task complete, personal errand and concierge services. And then I literally wrote on there in big bold letters, shh, doing work for a client. And that was pretty much all that it said on there. And I printed it out and then I put it in a plastic sleeve. And then when I would go from a networking event and then stop off at the coffee shop and open my laptop for a couple hours and work, I would take that piece of paper that was in that plastic sleeve and I would legit hang it on the front of my laptop, just like so. And because people are curious creatures, people would often say to me, "Oh, I hate to interrupt, but what does that mean?" And it would help just engage conversation. It was just a starting point of curiosity where people would want to know, well, what is it that you're doing? You're working for clients. And so I would start the conversation. I would explain what it was that I do, what I did as a personal concierge. And then they would always ask me for what? Do you have a business card? And of course, I was always stocked with business cards, and I would gladly give them one and one for the road. So when that started to work, I started implementing it in other simple, easy ways in my life. So when I would go grocery shopping, whether I was doing my own grocery shopping or I was grocery shopping for clients, I would do basically the same thing. I took a piece of paper, I had my logo and information on across, just basically my logo across the top, and it said, shopping for a client, need help? Ask me how. And that was it. I didn't even have phone number or anything on there because what I wanted people to do was come up and ask me. And what did I do? I would hang that sign on the front of my shopping cart as I was walking around the grocery store. Another way to spark curiosity when you're in the grocery store or out doing any other type of errands is always to do it more professionally. And what's the easiest way to look more professional when you're out grocery shopping? A clipboard. Yes, my friends, a clipboard. I would walk around with the shopping list like this, with my clipboard, with my sign on the front of the cart, with my name badge proudly showing my company name as I walked through the grocery store. And this often resulted in conversations, sometimes not in the aisles as much, but always when I was in line. It also helped when I used to do grocery shopping for several seniors that all lived in the same assisted living facility. And what I would do is I would pick up all their groceries and deliver them all on the same day. And I would have them segmented in multiple little sections in my 2 shopping carts. And I would get up at the line and I would have their name written on a piece of paper with their shopping list. And I would put their name on top of each list on the belt as I was going through checkout. Why did I do this? Because one, it helped me separate all of the orders easily so that I didn't mix them up. But two, it also created curiosity because who else goes grocery shopping and buys 3 or 4 different shopping orders with names written on top of them? As a matter of fact, there was a time once when I went to Florida for a conference and I shopped for 13 people. They one shopping trip. That is a story for another video. So here it is. I have all these little segmented orders on the shopping belt. And what happens is then the manager of the grocery store comes over to speak to me and asks, what's going on? What is this? And how can we help? Which it was a perfect opportunity for me to explain to him what it was that I was doing, why I was shopping for all these seniors, and how I might be of service to him if he ever knows of anyone in the community that needs help with local shopping. At which point he said yes. There are several people in the area who sometimes cannot get out of their houses and will call us and ask us how we can get their order to them. So, of course, he took my cards, and this resulted in more grocery shopping clients. Another way, you take this same silly, crazy, fun, and free strategy, and I started doing that in what other but Target. Yes, the store that you go into to buy one thing and never leave without spending $150. Am I right? Okay. I would do the same thing in Target. I would have my list and my clipboard, my name badge, my little sign saying I was shopping on the front of the cart and walk through the Target. Again, this was about creating curiosity. Many a time, there were people that I met in line in Target who had aging parents at home that they were like, oh, can you do these things, blah, 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 for my mom? Because I'm here now picking things up for her on my lunch break in the middle of work. And this also resulted in paying clients. So, my friends, how can you use the same exact silly yet free marketing strategy for your business? How can you modify and model that strategy for you? You can do the same thing if you're a professional organizer. You can do the same thing if you're a landscaper. You could do the same thing if you're a handyman. Imagine what you could do if you're just walking through the store, you have a name tag, or you have, your company swag on, and you're acting the part, you're looking official. It calls interest to you that makes people want to just spark a conversation out of curiosity. What is it that you're doing? Oh, what is it? Do you have a card? Now, don't get me wrong. Also, some people will say very quickly, are you hiring? Because I want to do what you're doing, which is still another way of getting the word out about you, your business and the services that you offer. So, my friend, I would love to hear how you are going to implement this strategy this week in your own business. And I want you to post it down below in the little comments section there. Leave me a comment so I can come back and celebrate you. Let me know, how are you going to do this for your business? And then while you're here, if you are also looking for other ways to market your local business, I've got an amazing free guide available for you. It's about 17 pages of 20 proven low to no cost marketing strategies. And you can get access to that guide right away in the comments section below. I have a link where you can go ahead right away and just download that for yourself and start working your way through those low to free cost marketing strategies as you're gaining traction in your business. Okay, my friends, if you like this video, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of the other upcoming episodes, and make sure you go ahead and grab that free guide. And until next time, bye now.